They got six here.
You live, boy.
I know. Yeah, they got six here, man. But they haven't started the meeting yet.
This the budget hearing, right?
This is the budget hearing. No, this is the. This is. I think this is to adapt the budget. I only got one question: is the budget balanced or not? That's my question.
This the what? I could barely hear you.
This is a special meeting. This is a special city council meeting, and they uh they supposed to be voting on that budget today, and I just want to know is the budget balanced or not. I don't see nothing wrong with voting on the balanced budget, but it's a whole lot of question marks got to come behind the non-balanced budget.
Man, your volume low as hell, man.
My volume low. You
Yeah, I
all
got
right?
my shit turned all the way up.
I think your shit low as hell. You just can't hear me through all this noise in the council room. Hold on. I did because of that clubhouse Saturday night. I did change some of my settings. So let me see if something wrong. Uh, Play some music for the people. I'm gonna go out and come back in.
One second. I'm parking right now. Hey, actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office. Actually, just give me one second. I'm parking right now. Hey,
So maybe I don't understand something. This is a driver while license suspended,
That is correct, Your Honor.
and he was just driving. He didn't have a license.
uh,
Is with the charges, Your Honor, yes.
No, I'm looking at his
Yes.
record. He doesn't have a license. He's suspended and he's just driving. I don't even know why he would do that. So defendant's bond is revoked in this matter. Defendant is to turn himself into the Washington County Jail by 6 p.m. today. Failure to turn himself in will result in a bench warrant with no bond.
actually, I'm
Dummy. You big dummy. You big dummy. You big dummy. You big cold-blooded dummy. You big dummy. See what you did? Oh no, you big dummy. Oh no, you big dummy. You dummy.
We have six members present. We have six members present. So now it's time for the pledge of allegiance. Ms. Barnes, could you please answer the pledge of allegiance?
Yo, yo.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now it's time for the prayer of blessing. Do we have anyone that would like to acknowledge someone that has transitioned? We don't like to acknowledge anyone that has transitioned. Seeing there's no one, I would like to honor Miss Linda Williams, Miss Linda J. Williams. And so with that being said, we will have a moment of silence. All right. So now it's time for the prayer of the blessing. And we're going to ask the Councilman Knight Ward if he'll lead the prayer.
Take a shot of me.
And after this wise, he blessed them. Lord, bless us and keep us. Make your face to shine upon us, we ask. Lord, we ask that you would lift your confidence upon us and grant us peace. Lord, in them, we will be blessed. In Jesus' name, amen.
So now it's time to read the reading of the disorderly person city code subsection. Any person that persists in disrupting this meeting will be in violation of Flint City Code Section 3110, disorderly conduct, assault and battery, disorderly person, and will be subject to arrest for a misdemeanor. Any person who prevents the peaceful and orderly conduct of any meeting will be given one warning. If they persist in disrupting the meeting, that individual will be subject to arrest. Violators shall be removed from meetings. So next we have public comment. Madam Clerk, first public speaker, please.
The first speaker is Melissa Zabrowski.
Hi, my name is Melissa Zabrowski. I live in the first ward. You know, I've been dealing with a lot of things, and apparently someone told me I have white privilege, but I don't. My son has been literally beaten by 3 people, still haven't gotten the justice. Police haven't done anything. They're mad. You know, I asked for help from him because he has mental and behavioral issues. Yep, still no help. But that's all I'm gonna say on that for right now, because when I watched last week's city council meeting, oh boy, was I pissed off. Because of the fact that, you know, Liddell Lewis, you get police cars to and from council meetings on us residents' money, okay? That means you get paid back. I'm not playing. You lied about being threatened and everything else. You need to pay the money back. You need to start using your own damn vehicle and do your stuff, okay? Besides, you got you know, Quincy, you always talk and say you're going to do stuff, and you're not going to go, and you turn around and do it. Again, yep. You bring your balls up here, and then it's like, boop, you drop them. Yep. Come on, yep. Stop being, you know, I want a wimp. What you call a lobbyist. You know, that's not cool. The Flint residents don't need to be having their bills hiked up and everything else to pay them for your guys' bullshit. That's right. Fred and Judy, you got a new kitchen. Eva, she got new bathrooms. She put that right up on Facebook. So I'm wondering why Ashley Capital never even sat there and mentioned y'all's names, but they only mentioned those 2. 20%. I mean, when you do wrong, guess what? God's going to come get you. And then you're going to pay for it. And when you look at yourself in an orange jumpsuit, you're going to be like, wait, how the hell did I get here? Because I don't know, I don't understand. You all talk about God, but you don't live by God. You disgrace. Seriously, get all your shit together.
Man.
You really, I am praying that Neely also sits in the orange jumpsuits with y'all.
Me too. Me too.
Next speaker.
The next speaker is Rich Jones.
Shit, my knee. Oh, y'all lucky I got a bad knee. How y'all doing today? Uh, I'm glad y'all scheduled this special meeting and Quincy and Liddell is here because I didn't get a chance to address y'all after the last meeting. Quincy, you are very good at diverting from the subject. Wasn't nobody talking about coming over your house for no powwow or setting up nothing. I was talking about the federal knocking on your door, serving you a subpoena. That's what I was saying by always be able to open your door. Don't have nobody knocking on your door and you're hiding through your Ring doorbell. That's all I was talking about. I wasn't talking about anything other than that. Nothing threatening. And if you're gonna pull your gun out on the federal agent because he run your doorbell too bad, gotta pray for you even more. So that's what I was saying when I was referring to that. It wasn't nothing personal, wasn't nothing like that. And so far, y'all just on the county and the state radar. Stay off the federal radar. That's my advice to y'all. I asked you nicely, I tried to tell you before you had all of the pastors behind you lying about being called a monkey. Stay off Facebook. Still ain't listening. Still ain't listening. All the evidence is right there, all on camera, all on tape. It's just a matter of time before the right person decide to look at it and ask y'all a couple of questions. That's all. Time heals all wounds, and everybody has their day. So y'all just be prepared if y'all going to continue this. And y'all lucky that Mr. Jared and Miss Burns got a hold of y'all press conference because y'all wouldn't even have 5 people if they wasn't here. So be thankful and don't look like that budget gonna pass. If it's balanced, I don't mind it getting 5 votes. But if it's a negative general fund, then it don't deserve 5 votes. It deserves some reconsiderations and some amendments that should have been made as of March the 1st. Thank you.
Next speaker.
The next speaker is Alana.
Hello. Now I know we had the weekend, and I see y'all trying to pass this resolution 218 about the street light legacy. Miss Judy and everyone else on the board knew the numbers wasn't right. Y'all still went home and just copied it and stapled it together, and today trying to run it through. You know what? I'm just going to sit back and see what's what. But I want to say this: bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Nobody gonna give you no break. There's no way, bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Woo!
Next speaker.
The next speaker is Clara Clinton.
15 million.
Good afternoon, council. And since this is a special meeting for the budget, you know, they say people can look at your budget and tell what kind of moral standards that you have by how you spend money, how you spend the people's money. And we can look at that budget and see what degree the people is included in that budget. Can anybody spare $16 million for home repair and rehabilitation?
Told y'all.
$94 million. And another thing, we noticed you passed a budget to give small businesses some ARPA money. That's a good thing. But the other part of it is that the money will be distributed in-house. You won't be hiring a third party to distribute the small business loans or grants or whatever they are to help small business.
I got them on
Again,
film
that's a
too.
good thing. But the
The
point of
cameraman
it
was
is
right over
that
there.
you can do in-house on home repair and rehabilitation. You do not have to send home repair to third parties. What you have been doing. You sure you can be done because you're doing it with small business. And the other thing is, we still don't have an answer about the 109 homes that we believe was illegally sold to a Florida investment firm without notification to this city about those foreclosures. Can we get an answer on that, Attorney Kim? Because we need to be going to court challenging the county treasurer instead of trying to kick people out their seats. So again, we're gonna be anxious to watch this budget. How much will the people benefit from it?
It's a shame that the residents can't complain.
It is a financial document,
Yeah,
but
they
it's also
still
a moral
outnumbered
document.
10-1.
It tells where your hearts are and what your moral values are. Thank you. Next speaker, Council Clerk.
The next speaker is Elizabeth Taylor.
You're on the camera too.
So it is a huge disappointment that I stand here today with the press in the back. I think that's another definition of low moral values for this council. And thank you for bringing that point forward, Mr. Clinton. So we have pledges, we have prayers, and we have police removal of community. Why? Why is the chair chauffeured wrongfully to the council when we know that the complaint is not true?
True.
Why is the chair fighting, not in her seat? That's a very, very immoral picture of economic development. Who wants to come to Flint if the chair's fighting? Unless you're willing to give them $72 million or more, and I'll name Ashley Capital. And that's a very bad picture. That's a low moral picture for economic development, giving them $72 million. Since we're here talking about the budget that's unbalanced throughout this administration, Mayor Weaver left a fully balanced budget. And what has this administration done but fully and repeatedly and morally kept it unbalanced? Why would you, as a chair and a finance person who says nobody likes her, secretly call a budget?
Nobody here.
Don't want nobody here.
That's it.
Put the press in the back. Immoral again. I don't know, I like silence at council, that's one of the things I like. May help some people not fight at the council. Sit in the wrong chair at the council, cause derision in the community. Congratulations, Mr. Burns, on your court decision too, that was good for all of us.
Yes, Lord, yes, thank you.
And again, for the press that's in the back, the mayor says communities at the top. The mayor's
At the top of what?
the toilet at the top. But I don't see that. I don't feel that. I've been escorted out by the police because the chair doesn't like my hair.
What you say?
Elamine's not here. Had secret opera meetings, Elamine attended.
He ain't coming. Well, he would have been here.
We are trying to win that election. Shoot.
That's a damn shame too.
Flint is broke. Flint back in tears after city leaders said it wouldn't happen again. More than a decade after the state of Michigan took over the city of Flint due to financial debt, the city of Flint is facing the same financial problems. The state of Michigan took over the city of Flint's finances in December 2011 when their
Mayor wanted a rain man. That's
the state took over because Flint was in a financial mess with an underfunded.
Who they mad at?
they about to be in front of the EAB board.
Wow. They ain't worried about nobody but them federation. That's the only thing that can sting them.
All it took was 8 years.
This year, $175 million payment via the state budget. Flint is also looking for another $50 million from the state program that pays cities with stress pensions.
That's what they doing
The
for.
pension system is paying out almost $50 million a year to retirees. At the same time, employee and city contributions are only providing about $35 million to the pension system a year. The accounting firm hired by the state in 2022 called it massive leaks in the pension system. The city had a general fund deficit of $3.8 million in 2021-22 and is projecting the deficit to grow to $14.3 million in 2022-23 with more $1 million deficit.
Where the money at?
Y'all can listen to that at another time, but this is my thing. All these 501c3s that have got this money, bring it back. Bring it back to the city and let the city take care of what needs to be taken care of. You guys have got all this money and haven't did a damn thing with it. And you wonder why we cuss and we frustrated because y'all look up here like you don't even give a damn. The Dale, you look like you don't care, but you got what you want to get. You and the 7th Ward, yep, I got mine, you got yours. Y'all need y'all ass whooped.
That's the last of the public speakers.
Go ahead and pass that
Who does
button.
clarification on the last speaker?
Yes.
That's the way they end it.
Where the money at?
Anyone like to respond to the public?
Madam Chair.
Ms. Barnes?
Thank you, and thank you to all the people who showed up at 12 o'clock. This was a meeting we found out after we crashed, I guess, a press conference. We were not asked if this was an appropriate time, so therefore we do have colleagues which are missing.
They had some shit up there.
That is one of the reasons why with this budget, we don't have the correct figures. Number one, we look at our general fund, look at our expenditures and what we take in. We did not have the grants budget. We didn't have a grants budget. How are we making up this difference? Our streetlight assessment, according to this agenda, we still don't have a clear figure. The solid waste, are we taking the $2 billion from the article and doing the figure that's inside of this package, 202.56, but the figure was 216 and 236. We need one solid figure. The DDA bill was $560,000. They took out and asked what their objectives were they doing. Why we're not balancing the budget and continues to go down. The city pension was last year, 6%. When we got the $170 million, it was another $50 million, which was supposed to be, we did not pay. Retirees, once they work, they should expect to get their retirement check, period. What is our pension funded at? We don't know. Administrative consent order, we don't know about the administrative consent order.
They gonna get that 50 million though.
We don't know.
From the state, they gonna get that.
The state of Michigan still go
All they gotta do is put no, they can't do shit with it, but put it back in the pension fund. They can't do it. But that's key.
Last time we had a takeover by the state was because the governor said the city of Flint, that the mayor and the city council lacked the will to lead, and the state took us over. These are too many questions for us to be passed the budget in this packet. These figures are still incorrect today that you have offered. That's all I have.
Madam Chair,
I will fucking tomorrow.
I find that my kitchen is of so much interest to the residents of this town.
Talk about the budget.
Working 3 jobs, saving for 3 years. Oh, gee, that means I took money from National Capital.
You did. Please stop your time. What we won't do is yell out. So if you want to yell out, you can do it from the courtesy of your own home. This is a professional legislative body. You will not yell out.
This boy.
We're not getting started yet. It sounds like someone else wants to yell out. I want to address you before we go forward.
You're not supposed to.
All right, it is the duty of this body to bring members of the audience to order. We can't have a productive meeting with audience members being out of order. So please,
This is so pathetic.
let's make sure that we don't have yelling out the audience, and it's our job to get it to order.
Let them vote. Let them vote. Let them vote.
It's just assumed that I took money from National Capital. There's no proof. It's just somebody saying, oh, Judy got a kitchen. Yes, I did. Oh, Judy got a nice big store.
That's
No,
what they
I
always
didn't.
do.
You know nothing. You've not been to my house. You don't know my income tax. Nor will you. I have also been accused of other things. I passed an FBI thorough background check 3 years ago. Get over yourselves.
Mary, why are you hugging?
Go ahead.
Thank you to all the speakers who spoke. I listened to each individual who spoke. Here's the problem that I have. When the last speaker got up and spoke and said we all need our ass whooped. Those kind of comments is disheartening coming from a person of a particular age. And to come here and talk to our colleagues and say some of us need, I'm not sure.
That's a figure of speech.
What outcome.
That's a figure of speech.
Me personally,
Turn it around.
But I would hate to see someone swing on me personally. Because I'm here to do a job as an elected official, not here for controversial issues. I'm not here to fight nobody. But if someone ever decide that they want to put their hands on me or swing on me, I will defend myself by all means.
Facts. Facts.
We need them to escort.
Please pause this time. Again, we're calling the audience to order. Don't cover your face and be disorderly. We need for you to, if you want to speak out, do it. This is your morning. Go ahead.
Thank you. So I don't mind discussing policies, issues, and resolutions that's on the agenda. But when you come and you make threatening remarks like that right there, that's taking us in a whole other different direction. And all I'm saying is, I don't mind having any kind of discussion with anybody when we come down to policy and all of that stuff. As far as all that physical, what we need and what y'all think y'all might want to do or whatever, I'm just saying, please, by all
There we
means,
go, diverting again.
as much as we can. Because if somebody puts their hands a swing, it is not going to be a good day for city council.
Ain't nobody talk about hitting that boy.
I want to first thank those of you who came out today. It means something to me personally to have you here and show the support in whichever way you show it, as these are your chambers. We have work to do. I wore comfortable shoes, and you see I don't have on a jacket because if I have to roll up my sleeves, that's what I'm doing. If I may ask that you support us in getting the work done by
Rich, I'm finna gonna pick you up, boy.
not doing the things that we know create the distraction for us. If you will give us this meeting, because what I want to see us be able to do going forward as a council is our part to both get the job done and to work in a civil fashion, not just amongst the 9 of us, but in collaboration with you, the rest of us.
All right.
So I'm going to make them personal to you.
All right.
If with and for the support you have shown me, I can ask of you to show in this meeting a courtesy to me. Thank you.
That's good. Anyone else?
Well,
Seeing if there is no one else, thank you, colleague in the line board. If they're not listening to the rest of the body, they're listening to you, we'll take whatever we get. But it's very unfortunate that we have grown people that can't conduct themselves and maintain themselves in civilized fashion because that's what grown people are supposed to do. Nevertheless, hearing that a grown woman that just went through a violent encounter,
come on, man.
it's definitely not what we should be doing in these chambers. So we ask for people, let's not speak violence and bring violence to the chamber towards the colleagues. This is not what we do, and this is not what people should do. This is why we have police escorts. Because when people say that someone should get their ass whooped, that's a threat. And as elected officials, none of us, or 9 of us, don't deserve to be threatened. You do. Ma'am, that's your warning. That's cool, okay, as long as you know. So as you heard, I deserve to be threatened. Well, as I continue to get threatened, I will continue to receive my police escort because clearly it's validated that my safety is on the line.
Just incriminated yourself.
That's
just
fine.
admitted to your fraud.
But just know, we will have order in these chambers. Threats will not be taken lightly. Threats will not be taken lightly. Do not think just because people are elected that we are the target for violence. Don't find out the hard way that that's not so.
That sounds like a threat.
So, I'm looking forward to getting this budget passed, getting questions answered, so we can go forward and do something positive. Let's take all the negative energy and do something positive in your ward. I challenge you. So, with that being said, we're on to reconsideration.
I'm gonna do something positive in her ward.
Louisiana, that's your warning. Thank you. So go ahead. There's a motion to reconsider resolution 240222. Is there support? Supported by Councilman Third Ward. Any
They
discussion?
try to sit down like a little kid.
Go ahead, Ms. Michelle.
So we are here to try and pass a balanced budget for 2025.
Why they keep saying
If this does not happen today, we will be in violation of the charter. Not only that, but I understand and I've heard that there are some concerns that my colleagues have. We've had some amount of time to read this budget over and make amendments and make adjustments as we see fit. So I'm hoping today that all of my colleagues are here prepared to offer amendments to this budget so that we can get this budget passed. I know that I've been told that in past council, the budget has not been passed on time. I'm hoping that we can all come together today and get this budget passed on time. So if there are any amendments that colleagues have to offer, please, let's not waste or belabor any time or this charter. And let's go ahead and offer those amendments and get this budget passed, because it's not like it's written in stone where you have to vote on it as is. In the last council meeting, Councilwoman Priestley was the only person to offer an actual amendment to the budget. I have heard plenty of people that are here today that have some criticisms of the budget. I'm hoping that they offer those critiques and suggested amendments that they have to the budget to some of my colleagues that are sitting up here, so that they can offer those amendments on behalf of those with the critiques of the budget. Bottom line, and I know that I'm being repetitive, I'm simply being repetitive for the simple fact that we don't have to belabor this. We can go ahead and make amendments today for wherever we find the issues, and this budget can be passed on time per our charter. We all discussed the charter quite a bit, so let's make sure that we are following and staying in line with the charter. We all say that everything stops at city council. City council have the purse strings, so then fine. Today we have an opportunity to prove that. We have an opportunity to make amendments to the things that we do not like. So we do not have to labor this or be beyond this. My colleague made a comment that he is ready to sit here and really get this work done and take as long as it needs to take. I too am ready to sit here and get this work done and take as long as it needs to take. So let's do the work, stay in line with charter, and get a balanced budget passed for the residents today. We don't need
They gotta make some amendments to get fired.
We don't need
They gotta make some changes to get fired.
Media fodder for negative reasons. We can all come together and do this today. Thank you, Madam Chair.
All right, anyone else like to speak?
Madam Chair.
Ms. Byrne?
Thank you to Mr. Moore. Mr. Moore, can you please come to the podium, lectern, whatever it is, not at all.
Let's get it started. That's the man with no figures.
I don't want to do all this out of the charter stuff. It's always convenient for some of these colleagues. It's selecting charter following first of all.
Ms. Burns, Ms. Burns, please call the time. Please call the time.
You're not going to take
Ms. Burns, Ms. Burns, let's not speak to the motives of colleagues. Let's
take
the
that.
of it. Let's speak to the Ms. Burns, you're talking. This is not Ms. Burns. That's going to be your warning if you proceed. That's fine, Tanya Burns. Let's be in order. So again,
Point order. Go ahead. For both my colleague in the 6th and 2nd Ward, neither of you are to be referring to each other as anything other than your council seat. Thank
you. So thank you so much, Ms. Michelle. So, and that these are the rules which we will respect. Again, let's not speak to colleagues' motives, and let's stick exclusively to the budget agenda. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to say what I want to say because I have freedom of speech, period. And it's the last but I wasn't. So you don't know who I was speaking to. So stop that. You stop. Now what you should have did was corrected Councilman Murphy when he said, you heard what the fuck I said. Now I know you heard that when he said that, because I didn't. So Mr. Moore, when I'm looking at the expenditures and what we take in, we did not get the grants budget. How much do we take in? I don't have my laptop here with me. How much do we take in a year?
In terms of grants?
that budget up, be having that to the council for the.
I'm sorry, I don't understand, sir.
I have not prepared it yet.
Okay. Did we get a number for the street light assessment?
I have a sheet for that.
Okay. Can you tell me the number, or can you tell me the number? Because thank you.
Find it yourself. Here go the sheet. Find it yourself. Here go the sheet.
Okay. My other question is solid waste. In our packet, it states 20256. When I had this conversation before, there's a
How you not gonna let them get it?
we gave a no-bid contract to Priority Waste. And the no-bid contract, will first leave the balance of the trash or the waste fund for the next 2 years, which we take $2 million from ARPA fund or to either, in the packet it says 20256, but then when, Councilman Priestley stated that we got 236 or 216. You have the figure if we were to do a special tax assessment. You have that figure that not.
To the fifth of the
The number's going to be higher than I've not calculated that.
I'm sorry.
I would not, right? I have not calculated that, but from what I can see, it's going to be higher than that. What?
20256.
Pardon?
It'll be higher than the 20256.
Yeah. Yes.
So, okay. So we don't have that number yet. The city pension fund, where are we currently funded at?
For this year, we'll be sitting on approximately $20 million to pension system.
So how much is our payment? Is that?
The minimum amount that we have to pay is around $15 million.
Around 15 million, and we're funded at what percent?
As we speak, it's approximately 6%. I don't have that exact portion. I don't have that from MERS yet, but it'll be around 60%.
Did we ever get the money? I know with the picture we were supposed to get was like an extra 250 or 300,000.
We
never
received
reached.
170 million in August, and then we received about 2.6 million that arrived in March, I believe.
Okay, so we never got the 50 million that we were supposed to get.
No.
Okay.
Damn, that's a lot short.
I've never had a good answer for that.
You never had a good answer for that? Okay. I know our service line replacement is being taken over the state. I don't even know what that looks like.
I thought that was the cleanup.
That over in what company? It seems like Detroit has taken every one that does service line replacement, and they're putting them to work. They're doing 250 service line replacements a year. So with the state taking that over, but that really hasn't been paid out of our general fund, because our wind funds are, I believe, we have 1.5 million that the state of Michigan gave us for that, and we don't have the amount of money to take care of that. How much will water bills be increased? Because I believe that's a part of our administrative.
Should have been zero balance. I had the solution. They don't listen to me though.
Okay, Mr. Murphy.
Yeah,
No. Anyone else like to speak in the first round? Ms. Priestley.
Yes, through you to Mr. Kim, what are ramifications if we don't pass the budget?
Damn, now y'all gotta do an excuse of why y'all go past the budget.
By the first Monday in June, and so this would be the first Monday in June. In addition to that, not passing a budget potentially puts the city in a position where it would have to shut down by the end of June. Under state law, that's Uniform Budgeting and Accounting Act. The city is prohibited from spending money unless it's been appropriated properly, except in certain circumstances. So, absolutely, this is a budget that has been approved by council and properly enacted. The city loses the ability to spend funds except in certain emergency circumstances, which would unfortunately, it's not as clearly defined as it is under state federal law. So the city would have to pretty much begin reviewing all of its operations to determine what activities would fall under that emergency exception that it can continue doing. For example, the city would still have to provide police services to its residents, but the other functions, for example, the light department would probably not fall within that emergency exception. So, absent a budget being passed in a timely fashion, we would be looking at having to lay off a large number of city employees until a budget can be passed and properly enacted.
Request for information.
Facts.
Request for information.
Give them the flow.
Go ahead with your,
Through you, Chair, to the speaker. Can you share how much of that or what of that actually took place last year when the budget wasn't passed?
so this is really quick. So usually, Mr. Chair, when we do those requests, it's on her time, so, no, she's the speaker. She's the speaker. So, yeah, so if you wait for your time, or she can watch that, that's how that works. Further rules.
Then if I could ask that of the speaker.
I would, because I was listening to it for.
Y'all just.
And wait until your time, and let him finish, and then give you your time, because then you'll have 5 minutes to ask that question. So, go ahead, Mr. King.
Point of order.
What is your point?
I would ask that we suspend the rules at this time.
Does not call for debate, that's a direct vote. So roll call, Madam Clerk. No.
Mr. Murphy?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley? Never again.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Shad?
No.
Of course.
Mr. Garrett?
Yes.
Yes, no?
What was 2 yes, 3 no?
Yes, 3 no.
So 2 yes, 3 no, so that motion failed.
Three yes, 3 yes.
3 yes, 2 no. Go ahead.
Quincy voted
Go
with.
ahead.
Yes, just in the interest of providing that, to answer Councilman Jerry's questions, kind of in line with what I was talking about. I believe last year, the council failed to enact the budget by the first Monday, but it ultimately did enact it 3 days later, on the Thursday afterwards. And so essentially
There was no
start
problem.
putting any of those we'll just call them extreme measures, so that's what they would be in effect. But frankly, had the council waited longer than that, there's certain notifications that we have to provide to our employees under the various bargaining agreements. There has to be determinations made about what actually, which employees will get laid off and what services have to be temporarily paused. That process, I believe, had already started. It was just occurring at administrative level, and I guess thankfully that we didn't have to issue any kind of notices. But essentially, my guess would be that we would have to start making those considerations almost immediately, because frankly, there's a lot of different things that the city's involved in.
He earning his money.
We would not want to be in a situation where we're having to rush to meet whatever deadline on our CBAs or whatever required.
I appreciate you answering that question for Mr. Jarrett, or excuse me, Councilperson in the 9th Ward. I appreciate that. People had the opportunity to attend and ask these questions at the budget hearings. They weren't asked. So, it didn't happen. So, people didn't attend the budget hearings. There was at least twice that I was the only one here for the entire hearing. And there was a couple times that somebody came in late.
Please hold, Ms. Christie, stop her time. What rule did broken, Ms. Burns?
43.21, she should not be speaking to the motives that she wanted to correct.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ms. Burns. So, thank you so much. She was just speaking to people's attendance, and attendance should be.
That's a requirement.
Go ahead. Ms. Burns, thank you, that's enough. I don't care how go. That's your warning.
That's still warning.
So that's your second warning, Ms. Burns.
You're warning on everything.
That's fine. No. Ms. Burns, that's your second warning. That's fine.
I support.
All right. So there's for Ms. Burns being disorderly and being argumentative towards the chair. Proceed, Mr. Jerry. Please hold. You get a minute. Just get up.
Okay. When we consider what we won't do, we should also consider what we are doing. So the argumentative is only a statement unless it gets replied to. Then it becomes an argument. So let's move this meeting along. The same plea I made to the audience.
A point of order. I want to put this on the record. The chair is mocking right now. The chair is mocking over here. Hi. This is the president of the Flint City Council. She's out of order.
Ms. Burns, you never had the floor. Ms. Burns, you never had the floor. And again, what we won't do, we won't continue to hold up the meeting and live the press.
Can I have the
So that's, go ahead, back to you.
So again, if the same plea I made to you all, I make to us. Can we please just look at the what's before us here and put our blinders on to the other side?
And the answer is no. The answer is
All right,
no.
so thank you. So the reason why Ms. Burns received her second warning, because again, Ms. Burns being argumentative to the chair, and she would not come to order when being brought to order. Whenever you do a point of order, you state your point, you recognize by the chair, you state your point, and then the chair makes the ruling. You don't go back and forth being argumentative with the chair. So therefore, Ms. Burns was being brought to order. Ms. Burns refused to stop talking to be brought to order, so Ms. Burns being asked to leave this meeting. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and call for the vote. A yes will overturn the ruling of the chair, and a no vote will support the ruling of the chair. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Burns?
No.
No.
Yes.
No.
Madam Chair,
Go ahead.
I changed mine to yes.
Madam Chair, I'm gonna, request that the second warning be removed so that the, council person in the sixth ward can, although I feel that she was out of order, I am gonna ask that she be allowed to stay in this meeting to participate in the process. So I make that motion.
So we're in the roll call vote. So go ahead, Ms. Madam Clerk.
I'm sorry, I thought you had. Yes. 3 no, 1 abstention.
The vote is 2 yes, 3 no, 1 abstention for Ms. Burns receiving her second warning for being removed from this council meeting. And Ms. Christie, what did you say?
I would like to make a motion to allow Ms. Burns to stay in the meeting so that she can participate in this process.
Okay, there's a motion on the floor to allow Ms. Burns to stay in the meeting. Is there a second?
Support.
And there is support. Any discussion?
Madam Chair.
Ms. Burns?
you have to, I don't know if it's the trigger happy, there is no limit when you're saying a point of order. There's nothing that says your point of order has to be done in 10 seconds. It doesn't have to be done in 30 seconds. There's no time limit. But when you have a need to control, this is serious work that needs to be done here. And as Mr. Moore came to the podium lecture, he stated we still didn't have the answers. And so when we didn't have the answers, and you're speaking to the motives that if we are here, not one council member came to every single meeting. Not one council member came to every single meeting. One day were during the day, people work. This is technically a part-time job. You should not be wrong, be upside your head because you may have something else you have to do. We can go back to watch when we're at home, like I did. Any questions I have, what I do is email. I email and I call them. I call the people myself to ask. The last meeting I asked Mr. Moore, he was very clear, and it was in an open forum, which I like to do things in an open forum to be transparent. Did he have the answers? It is troublesome that he doesn't have the answers. I can't get those answers. Those are answers that have to come from Mr. Moore. And so when we talk about passing the budget, yes, it's important, but we have to have the answers. Those are his figures, not ours. I mean, he has to tell us how much we receive in grants. We don't have that answer. Because if we look at our revenue and we look at our expenditures, how are we filling that gap? You know, I don't even know what service line replacements look like. And I completely agree the state of Michigan should have did it, repaired them, replaced them. But how does that look? Because we were notified in the news. You know, what is our street light assessment? You know, that figure we don't have. Our solid waste, he just told us that that figure is going to be more. Well, now we should have a figure, not a estimation. Because this is budget adoption. And when you have budget adoption, you have figures that have to fit in there. And we don't have those. So I don't know how you pass one. I don't know what the administrative consent order. I am so troubled by that because that is our infrastructure. How are we going to pay for those projects? Where does that money come from? The state has said we have got to pay for those projects. Does it come out of our general fund? Are we getting grants? Right now, we don't know. But what I do know is they have found that in their conclusion, that we are responsible. We got 17 projects that we don't know how to fund. Another 5 projects that are in process of being funded at between 20% to 90%. So these are the questions when we come to budget, we have to ask this. I don't do everything behind doors. I don't do round robins. I don't do that. If I have questions, I ask them. Mr. Moore was asked this last meeting, and he still doesn't have it. So that's not a budget hearing question necessarily. It's ongoing. We still don't have it. These packets don't have the correct information. So if we don't ask them this, then who is? Because as I stated, the state of Michigan, or the governor stated before, they didn't took over the service line replacement. What next? So they stated that the residents, or that the mayor and the city council lacked the will to lead before they took over. So basic questions: how much is the no bid contract? How much do we take to live our? You know, those are things we have to do. But the only thing that seems to be important is to throw me out this meeting. Throw me out. When you ask the question, when you wasting money on an attorney that's $500 an hour, but so long, to make sure that we can throw council members out when we don't have the money to take care of this budget. We're spending money on what we call silk stocking attorneys. That comes out of the budget. $500 an hour to figure out how can we throw out council members because we don't like them. It's not a like. I'm speaking to figures. I don't care about anything else. Anybody, these are the figures. My questions were direct to the CFO. He should have an answer. There's no time limit to where you can say a point of order. She's rude and she likes to cut me off. She doesn't like me and I don't like her, but I like her and want to take care of the business of the city. That's what I was elected to do.
Speak to this motion. Go ahead, Mr. Murphy.
Yes, I want to read for the record. It says, following a request from the city of Flint, the state of Michigan today filed a motion seeking to assist the city by managing and paying for yard and road restoration at roughly 1,901 homes where lead service line excavation and replacement work has been completed pursuant to the NRDC concerned pasture settlement. So I want to just put that on the record so that we can be clear that this is a collaboration effort, not something that the state of Michigan is coming to take over. Because we don't want to put that out there and make people believe that this is not a collaboration effort with the state and the city of Flint working together to resolve the situation with the service line. Because if we don't be careful, we'll put the
Say the
wrong.
mechanic on the YouTube said that sometimes your check engine might come on, light might come on because it's reading other shit. So people check your engine. I wonder how many people drove and blew dead gas in
Yeah, I drove the car. Might have been longer than that. I was driving to work.
Oh yeah, I know we done. That was a dumb question though. Really.
Yeah, and we done drove in two trucks. And one of them, I own the Trailblazers and the Chevy truck.
Cause that truck, we had it about 2 years living at that house.